Shivananda Sharma Memorial RV College, Video Lectures, NISR Initiative. SSMRV College is one of the premier institutions run by the prestigious RV group of institutions, has come up with this unique initiative to engage students at the time of this unforeseen medical emergency caused by corona outbreak. As a socially responsible institution, we would like to connect academically with students to make good the losses caused. In this connection, I, Lavanya BK of Department of Business Administration, has posted a video on the subject financial management and the topic leverages. Please watch the video till the end, like, share with your peer groups and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. This particular video is part A of leverages and part B of the leverages will be covered in the next video where it will be dealing with sums, whereas this particular video it's about the theoretical details that are required to know in order to solve the sums. So let us move with the first slide, where the basic meaning of leverage is not giving importance to the financial context but giving importance to just the general business context, what leverage is all about. Leverage is basically something about accumulation. It's about augmentation and amplification. If you want to accumulate something at a greater quantity so that your pace of achieving a target can be accelerated, you can always term that particular accumulated strength or resource as a leverage. Whereas in the industrial context or business context, especially with respect to machines are concerned, you call that particular component of a machine as leverage when it is capable of lifting huge weights. So the same way, if there is something like a greater risk, if there is something like a greater pace or greater quantity that can really give acceleration towards your achievement of targets are concerned, generally can be called as a leverage. So that is the general meaning of leverage. Moving on to the next slide, the actual meaning of leverages in the financial management is mentioned, where leverage is a business terminology which deals with the term called as debentures or borrowed funds or simply called as debt. As we all know, capital structure is about a plan or a structural designing of the different source of capital that you can pick wisely and combine them together so that your required capital is made, and the things that you require to have in order to make your production function, to make your targets to be achieved, you can use the money which is actually your capital, and you have different sources for that. It can be your equity shares, it can be your preference shares, it can be your debentures, it can be angel funding, it can be venture capital. Sources are never ending. So likewise, debenture is that one particular source of capital that we mostly choose in order to give this particular concept of risk and reward. We always believe in this concept: higher the risk that you take, you'll be rewarded higher, you'll be rewarded more. So the component of involving your debenture into your capital structure is like involving a lot of risk. So leverages in the financial management talks about the component of capital structure, to be very precisely naming it as a debenture or borrowed fund, which is used for the cause of production, which is used for the cause of promotion, building, modification, expansion. Let it be any of the things that a business wants to take care of, that the business wants to in order to conduct itself, in order to reach out to the customer. It has to perform a certain things, so that certain things can be performed when you have sufficient capital. And if you choose debentures in order to reach out to your goals, that can be called as a leverage. So that is leverage in the financial management context. Moving on to the third slide, the leverages in financial management are trifurcated. They are, brought down into three categories, namely operating leverage, financial leverage, and combined leverage. Let us understand each of these. In the next slide, it is financial leverage. So financial leverage is that leverage in the capital structure that is a part and parcel of the company's debt. It's the leverage which actually talks about a relationship between EBIT and EBT. So if a leverage is a part and parcel of the company's capital structure, it is that particular quantity of debenture or debt that is in the company's account permanently. That leverage can be named or labeled as financial leverage. And again, there is another way that you can express it is a leverage which establishes a relationship between EBIT and EBT. Let's move to the next slide. Formula of financial leverage. So all these three leverages can be found out using respective formulae. So in order to know what a financial leverage for a particular problem is, you have to use the formula of financial leverage, that is financial leverage, or denoted as FL, is equal to EBIT divided by EBT. EBIT stands for earnings before interest and tax, whereas EBT stands for earnings before tax. There is this simple format which fetches as both the values required, that is sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution minus fixed cost is EBIT. So in that way you have found EBIT, you put it in the respective place, divided by EBT. EBIT minus interest will lend me EBT. EBT stands for earning before tax. So likewise, using this the general very popular method of finding EBIT and EBT, you can find out the respective values and put them in the respective places and find out what is the financial leverage of a particular project or a company. And as a part and parcel of this financial leverage, you have something called as a degree of financial leverage. This degree of financial leverage is actually calculated during the time when there are two projects for evaluation, let us say project A and project B, and you have to find out the difference between project A and project B with respect to financial leverage. So then there is a specific formula for that, which is a percentage of change in taxable income divided by percentage of change in EBIT. Again, when you have two particular projects with you, you can see whether it is increased or whether it is more or less compared to A or B, and in that way you can find out the difference and put them in the respective places and find out the degree of financial leverage. Next slide is about operating leverage. So operating leverage is that component of leverage or that part of leverage which denotes the financial component of it, of course, at the same time which talks about the fixed cost of the company, which also states a relationship between contribution and EBIT. Okay, so if a particular leverage is in the financial context talks about leverage with specification given to its fixed cost, that leverage is called as operating leverage. Okay, so let us go to the next slide where the formula of operating leverage is mentioned. Operating leverage is again denoted as OL is equal to contribution divided by EBIT. Contribution is nothing but sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution. EBIT is nothing but sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost is EBIT. So that way you can find out both the required things for computation of operating leverage. And again you have this degree of changes in operating leverage here is equal to percentage of change in EBIT divided by percentage of change in sales. As I told earlier, when you have two projects to compare, to evaluate, to see which one is the better leveraged project, you will obviously have contrasts. You will not have two particular details or two projects with the same details. You will surely have some sort of diversion here and there. So then you can see the percentage of change in EBIT and find out that and put it in the numerator, and percentage of changes in the sales in the denominator. That's how we can find out the degree of change in operating leverage. And the last type of leverage in the next slide is about combined leverage. Combined leverage is the total accumulated, combined and combination leverage, which is about the risk factor mostly. You concentrate on the accumulated risk of the company, not giving importance to whether it is a credit risk or a business risk or any sort of risk. You take up all the risks that the company faces on a daily basis, and you see the component of it and quantify it, and that particular leverage, which is a result of involving debenture, and you obviously have the risk factor there, can be called as combined leverage. Okay, so combined leverage talks about a relationship between contribution to EBT. So obviously we have a formula for combined leverage as well in the last slide, where the formula is mentioned. So combined leverage is equal to, again denoted as CL, is equal to contribution divided by EBT. Contribution is nothing but sales minus variable cost is contribution. EBT, again you have the same monotonous pattern. Sales minus variable cost is contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost is EBIT. EBIT minus interest is EBT. Okay, so EBT stands for earnings before tax. So contribution divided by EBT, you have your combined leverage there. Degree of changes in combined leverage is the simplest, because if you have the degree of changes of operating leverage, the degree of changes of financial leverage, when you multiply them together, you have the degree of changes in combined leverage. So that's how it's simplified. It's done. That is degree of changes in operating leverage and degree of changes in financial leverage multiplied together, you will have your combined leverage degree of change there. So that's all to the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.